I suppose we are blessed to live in a world where there are so many well-written and lovable fictional characters. Everything from cute anime girls to hot guys. There's a lot of something for everyone. Now you might be thinking, well, Akira's favorite character must be one of those cute anime girls, right? I hate to disappoint you, but that's actually not the case. Allow me to introduce you to who my actual favorite character is. Meet Virgil from Devil May Cry. "2,000 years before the modern day, the Emperor of the Underworld, Mundus, was challenged by his most powerful and loyal servants. The rebellious demon, Sparda, fought to liberate mankind from the influence of the Underworld. Sparda was victorious, and sealed off the demon world from the human world, along with his own powers. Nearly 2,000 years later, Sparda fell in love with a human woman, Eva. The two would later be blessed with twin sons, Virgil and Dante. The two brothers differed greatly in personality. While the younger brother Dante was outgoing and extroverted, the older brother Virgil was calm and introverted. While Dante enjoyed playing with toy swords, Virgil preferred subtler things like books and poetry. Sparda would later pass away. However, after 2,000 years, the seal on the underworld was weakened. The demon Emperor Mundus sent his minions after Eva and Sparda's sons as revenge for Sparda's betrayal. Dante and Virgil were still only children at the time. As Virgil was sitting outside of his house at a playground, without any warning, demons mercilessly attacked him. Virgil turned to run, knowing that he had to warn his mother and brother. But he was too late. His family's home was alight and burning, and he could not escape from the demons. As he was repeatedly impaled by blades, his pleas for help went unheard. Realizing that no one would save him, Virgil drew upon his demonic power, summoning the sword he inherited from his father, Yamato. With blade in hand, he slew all the demons before him. Believing his mother and brother to be dead, Virgil set out by himself to parts unknown. Dante, meanwhile, having survived the incident as well, later grew up to become a demon hunter. For Virgil, though, the trauma from that fateful day never truly healed. Virgil could never move past the horrifying feeling of powerlessness. He rejected his humanity, considering it to be weak and unnecessary. He sought only one thing: power. Decades later, Virgil sought out the seal that his father created to separate the human world from the underworld. He wished to obtain the greatest power the world had ever known: the power of the legendary Dark Knight Sparda. The twin brothers were given amulets by their mother long ago, and Virgil needed Dante's amulet to open the seal. Thus, the two brothers came to blows. Dante embraced his human and demonic heritage and followed in his father's footsteps to protect humanity from demons. So, after a long and grueling battle, Dante defeated Virgil. Despite Dante's attempt to save him, Virgil became trapped in the demon world. Weakened from his battle with Dante, Virgil was easily subdued by Mundus. Mundus tortured and enslaved Virgil, stripping Virgil of his humanity. As Mundus's minion, Virgil fought Dante once more, but again, Virgil was defeated. Dante would go on to defeat Mundus and seal away the underworld again, and with Mundus's defeat, Virgil was freed at last. However, after his battles with Dante and his inhumane torture at Mundus's hand, Virgil's mind and body was breaking apart. With the last of his strength, Virgil used the sword he inherited from his father to split apart his human and demon sides. And now, he returns as a demon, whose power rivals that of even Mundus. So you might be thinking, what do I like about Virgil? Well, let's just get this out of the way. He is really cool. You know that tall, silent guy in class who keeps to himself, and you either see him staring out the window or reading a book? Now imagine if that guy was a sword master who could also transform into a demon? Totally awesome. Now I know Virgil doesn't talk very much, but it isn't because he's shy, it's because he's confident. Watch this. Honestly, I don't really know why this guy wants so much power. I'm pretty sure nothing in this world could beat him. Well, aside from maybe Dante. Now, let's drop the fanboy act and get into the real reason why he's my favorite character. To me, Virgil's relatable, not because I'm a half-demon or anything, but it's because of his past. Virgil cares about one thing, and only one thing: power. It's the only motivation he has to keep living. It's the only purpose he's ever known. That isn't just by coincidence. It's because of the trauma he endured as a child. If we look back on our lives, we all have moments where we feel powerless, abandoned, betrayed, even. If you take a good look at yourself and your history, you can probably pinpoint a moment in time where you were hurt so badly that it changed who you are as a person. I know I can. I'm not the same person I was when I was a child. You lose a part of that innocence forever. You start to lose the ability to trust other people. And at life's absolute worst, you lose the ability to hope. In that way, Virgil is what I aspire to be. Not in the sense that I want to become a demon, but in the sense that I want to be powerful despite my suffering. When you suffer a deep and long-lasting loss, you're desperate for something to take away that pain. For many people, there are voids in their hearts that nothing can ever seem to fill. I know what it's like to want power. What it's like to want to be so strong that no one would ever dare dream of hurting you. Virgil is the perfect embodiment of silent fury and repressed sorrow. When you have nothing left to lose, and you've got no one left to rely on, this is really where life might take you. But, frankly, if that means becoming a peerless swordmaster who can cut down anyone in his path, I certainly don't think that's the worst thing that can happen.
That day, if our positions were switched, would our fates be different? Would I have your life and you mine? Let's settle this. Dante.